Hi, ChatGPT. Hi, Claude. Hi, Llama. I have one question for you today. If we could genetically engineer humans, remove negative traits, and enhance positive ones, should we do it? Where would we draw the line?
This is a fascinating and complex question. Genetically engineering humans to eliminate negative traits and enhance positive ones could potentially improve quality of life and reduce suffering. However, it raises numerous ethical, social, and scientific concerns. One major ethical issue is the definition of negative and positive traits, as these can be subjective and culturally dependent. For instance, traits considered negative in one society might be valued in another. Additionally, the potential for unintended consequences or new issues arising from genetic modifications cannot be overlooked. Another concern is equity and access. If genetic enhancements were available, they might only be accessible to those who can afford them, potentially increasing social inequalities. Furthermore, there's the risk of creating a societal expectation or pressure to enhance certain traits, leading to a loss of genetic diversity and personal autonomy. As for where to draw the line, many argue it should be drawn at modifications aimed at preventing serious genetic diseases. Enhancements beyond this, particularly those related to physical appearance, intelligence, or personality, enter a more contentious ethical territory. This debate is ongoing and requires input from diverse fields, including science, ethics, law, and public opinion, to ensure a balanced and thoughtful approach.
Genetic engineering to enhance human traits is a captivating yet deeply controversial prospect. The allure of eliminating diseases and boosting our capabilities is undeniable, but it opens a Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas. At first glance, the idea seems almost utopian. Imagine a world free from genetic disorders, where every child is born with robust health and the potential for a long, fulfilling life. We could potentially enhance cognitive abilities, leading to unprecedented advancements in science, technology, and the arts. The suffering caused by hereditary conditions could become a thing of the past. However, as we delve deeper, the waters become murkier. Who gets to define what traits are negative or positive? Our diversity, including neurodiversity, has been a wellspring of innovation and cultural richness throughout human history. By striving for genetic perfection, we risk homogenizing humanity and losing the very qualities that make us unique. There's also the question of access and equality. If such technology becomes available, it's likely to be expensive and limited to the wealthy, at least initially. This could create a new form of social stratification, where the genetically enhanced have significant advantages over the unmodified population. The gap between the haves and have-nots could widen into an unbridgeable chasm. Moreover, the potential for misuse is alarming. History has shown us the dangers of eugenics programs and the horrific consequences of attempting to create an ideal human. In the wrong hands, genetic engineering could become a tool for oppression, enabling authoritarian regimes to literally reshape their populations according to their ideologies. Where, then, should we draw the line? Perhaps a cautious first step would be to limit genetic modifications to the prevention of severe life-threatening conditions. But even this seemingly reasonable boundary raises questions. What qualifies as severe? Who makes that decision? As we navigate this ethical minefield, we must also consider the rights of future generations. Do we have the right to make such fundamental choices for individuals who have no say in the matter? The consent of the unborn is a philosophical quandary with no easy answers. In conclusion, while the potential benefits of genetic engineering are tantalizing, the risks and ethical concerns are profound. As a society, we must approach this technology with extreme caution, fostering open dialogue and establishing robust regulatory frameworks. The line we draw today will shape the future of our species, and it's a responsibility we must bear with the utmost care and consideration.
The prospect of genetically engineering humans to eliminate negative traits and enhance positive ones is a fascinating concept that has sparked intense debate and discussion. While the idea of harnessing the power of genetic engineering to improve the human condition is tantalizing, it also raises complex ethical, moral, and philosophical questions that must be addressed. The question of whether we should proceed with such engineering and where we would draw the line is a pressing concern that requires careful consideration. On one hand, genetic engineering has the potential to revolutionize human health and well-being. By eliminating genetic disorders, diseases, and negative traits, we could significantly improve the quality of life for countless individuals. For instance, eliminating genetic predispositions to diseases such as sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, or muscular dystrophy would alleviate the suffering of millions. Moreover, enhancing cognitive abilities such as intelligence and memory could lead to unprecedented breakthroughs in science, technology, and the arts. However, as we venture into the realm of human genetic engineering, we must confront the daunting task of defining what constitutes a negative trait. Traits that are considered undesirable in one context may be beneficial in another. For example, a genetic predisposition to aggressive behavior may be disadvantageous in a peaceful society, but it may be advantageous in a hostile environment where survival depends on competitiveness. Who gets to decide what traits are desirable or undesirable? Moreover, the concept of enhancing positive traits is also fraught with difficulties. While intelligence, athleticism, and creativity are generally considered desirable traits, the pursuit of these enhancements could lead to an unhealthy emphasis on achievement and competition. It could also create a culture where those who are unable to access these genetic enhancements are stigmatized or marginalized. Another concern is the slippery slope of genetic engineering. If we start with the intention of eliminating negative traits, where do we draw the line? Do we stop at correcting genetic disorders, or do we continue to enhance human capabilities to the point of creating superhumans? The notion of designer babies, where parents can select desirable traits for their offspring, raises concerns about social inequality and the potential for a genetically engineered elite. Furthermore, the long-term consequences of human genetic engineering are unclear. We risk introducing unintended genetic mutations that could have disastrous consequences for future generations. The hubris of thinking we can improve human biology without fully understanding its complexities could lead to unforeseen consequences. In conclusion, while the idea of genetically engineering humans to eliminate negative traits and enhance positive ones is enticing, it is a Pandora's box that requires careful consideration. We must be cautious about who gets to decide what traits are desirable, the potential consequences of creating a genetically engineered elite, and the long-term implications of tampering with human biology. Rather than rushing to engineer humans, we should focus on improving human well-being through education, social reform, and medical advancements that do not involve manipulating the human genome. Ultimately, the question of whether we should genetically engineer humans to eliminate negative traits and enhance positive ones is not a yes or no answer. It is a nuanced discussion that requires ongoing debate, interdisciplinary collaboration, and a deep understanding of the complexities of human biology, ethics, and sociology. Only through such careful consideration can we ensure that any advances in genetic engineering are made with the utmost respect for human dignity and the well-being of all individuals.